What it do, my boy? It's your boy Wavy, man. Back at y'all with another one with some boxing news, man. Let's talk about that boy Ryan Depressed Garcia, man. Once again, Ryan has let the anxiety and the depression get to his head, man. Ryan Garcia keeps puffing the weed and overthinking and sitting in the corner, you know, overthinking of getting his ass knocked out or getting his first loss on that record, man. Guys, y'all gotta learn when to see through the bullshit, bruh. Ryan Garcia is literally lying, saying that he broke his hand, and he has officially called off his fight against Jojo Diaz Jr., which is going to be a hell of a fight. Now, let me break this down for y'all, right? This is the third time in a row that Ryan Garcia has pulled out of a fight. Not just a fight, but a fight where he's facing top competition against a guy that could possibly beat him. The last time we seen Ryan Garcia in the ring, he got put on his ass. He almost lost. And he did end up winning that fight by knockout, yes. But since then, he has pulled out of a fight due to personal reasons, depression, anxiety. Now, I want y'all to think about this, right? If you're depressed and if you have anxiety, right, then why were you talking shit to Devin Haney after Devin Haney fought Linares? After Devin Haney beat Linares, I believe that's his name. If that's not the boxer's name that Devin Haney fought against, please correct me. I'm pretty sure it's his name. Devin Haney had a fight with Linares where he didn't get dropped, but right towards the end of the round, I believe it was like the 9th or 10th round, Devin Haney got wobbled right before the round was over, right? But he dominated that fight. He won a majority of the rounds of that fight, bruh. You know what I'm saying? He just had one little moment where he got wobbled. You feel me? It's a part of boxing, right? Still won the fight by unanimous decision. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like the only reason why Devin Haney got wobbled is because he tried so hard to knock out Linares. He tried so hard to get the knockout because, you know, Devin Haney, he hears a lot of people saying that, you know, he's a runner and he doesn't punch hard and he has pillow fists. So Devin Haney said, you know what? I'm going to stand toe-to-toe and I'm just going to throw blows with this guy. And that's what he did, bruh. He stood toe-to-toe, didn't run, didn't do no running. You know what I'm saying? You know, and he tried to knock him out. Unfortunately, he didn't get the job done, but he still dominated the fight in an amazing fashion against a fighter that's known for having punching power. You dig what I'm saying? Shout out to that boy Devin Haney, man. Hell of a fighter. You know what I'm saying? I think style-wise, he's the closest thing to Floyd Mayweather. Style-wise. Skill set-wise. The way that he's dedicated to the sport of boxing, always stays in shape. You've never seen Devin Haney not out of shape since he's been in professional boxing. You dig what I'm saying? But, Ryan, if you're depressed and if you're having issues with your mental health, then why would you come out and make fun of Devin Haney for getting wobbled and you're saying that you could beat his ass? But if you could beat his ass, why wouldn't you take a fight with him? Devin Haney and Bill Haney been calling you out for a fight. You don't want to take the fucking fight. You don't want to take the fucking fight. See, what y'all don't know is Devin Haney was supposed to fight Jojo Diaz, not Ryan Garcia. Jojo Diaz went on a YouTube live on the Boxing Boys. Shout out to that boy Nestor Gibbs, man. I fuck with that boy Ness heavy. Shout out to Ness. He went on YouTube live with Bill Haney, Devin Haney's father, and told Bill Haney that he wants to fight Devin Haney. He's going to do everything in his power to make the fight happen, right? So they had a verbal agreement to the fight. Shortly after that, talks fell through. Contracts were never signed. Next thing you know, Ryan Depressed Garcia versus Jojo Diaz Jr. gets officially announced. And not even guys, I want you to think about this. Not even a month, not even 2 weeks after the fight between Ryan Garcia and Jojo Diaz is announced, Ryan Garcia's team comes out publicly and says that he broke his fucking hand. What did you break your hand doing, bruh? Jacking off to porn? My nigga, that nigga did not break his hand, bruh. He's scared, bruh. He's scared. He doesn't want to lose. He knows that if he fights any boxer that's even close to his level. He has a high possibility of losing, bruh. And he's in his head. He's too much in his head. He can't deal with the pressure of boxing. He can't deal with it. So his way of dealing with it is just pulling out of fights, not fighting. And you got to look at it from Ryan Garcia's perspective. He's already made millions of dollars. He's making millions of dollars off of sponsorships. He has millions of followers on Instagram. He's a part of the same team as Canelo Alvarez. Ryan Garcia is in a position to retire from the sport of boxing. And he hasn't even hit, he's not even in his prime yet. But he's already made millions of dollars, bruh. Shout out to Ryan Garcia for that. Shout out to Ryan Garcia for building his brand, bruh. But he can't deal with the pressure of getting in that ring and showing and proving that he's a top guy in his weight class, bruh. He can't deal with it. He didn't even wait until a training camp. He didn't even none of that, bruh. He said, you know what? Before this even gets too far, let me just fake an injury right now. Ryan Garcia, listen, bro. If you can't deal with being a professional boxer, if you can't deal with criticism, if you can't deal with going into that ring and showing people that you're the best, just retire from the sport, bro. You've already made millions of dollars, bro. It's obvious you don't want to fight Devin Haney. You don't want to fight Jojo Diaz Jr. You don't want to fight Teofimo Lopez. You've been calling out Gervonta Davis. Gervonta Davis tried to make the fight with you. Your team says you didn't want the fight. Not only did they say that, they said you're not ready for the fight. You don't want to fight none of these guys, Ryan Garcia, because you know you're going to get your ass whooped. You know that. You know they're going to whoop your ass. You know what's going to happen, bro. You're not ready. And that's okay, because Ryan Garcia is still very young. But instead of just fighting people that's not as good as those top guys, why do you keep taking fights with people that you know you possibly could lose to? Especially if you know you're not going to follow through and actually go to the fight. You're just going to keep making up excuses. You're depressed, your hand's broken, you fractured your pinky toe. Come on, bruh. Ryan Garcia, everybody sees through your bullshit, bruh. And everybody sees through you, bruh. We know what's going on, bruh. You're just not built for the sport of boxing, bruh. You're not built for it, bruh. You already took like what, a year off because of you were depressed? Like, bro, how much more time do you need off for the sport of boxing, bruh? At this point, this is just becoming a joke. You know what I'm saying? So you're lying about the hand injury. You don't want to fight none of these guys. Let's just call a spade a spade. Let's just keep it a thou out, bruh. You're full of shit. Now, my thing is this, right? Now that we know Ryan Garcia is not going to be able to fight Jojo, can we please get Devin Haney versus Jojo Diaz, please? Jojo, can you please make the fight happen between you and Devin Haney? Because this is what's funny to me, bruh. All of you niggas talk shit about Devin Haney, and you talk about how Devin Haney has no punching power, but none of you niggas want to fight Devin Haney, bruh. You talked all that shit, Jojo Diaz, you talked all that shit about Devin Haney and how he's a bitch and woody woo. Can you please make the fight happen between you and Devin Haney? Please. We just want to get the best fights, bruh. Jojo Diaz, make it happen, bruh. Fight Devin Haney, sign the contract, let's get it done. Let's get a great fight to finish off the year in December. Let's get it, man. With that being said, bruh, it's your boy Wavy, man. Let's get it.